Who we got in the chat? Yeah, Brandon Tubbs Tool Reviews. Awesome, you're here. Good man. If you're here, yeah, we got a show. Anyway, our show tonight is the Manic Monday Makita Repair Marathon. I've got 3 items here: a drill, a grinder, and a multi-tool. So, a better put a battery on each of them to let you see what way they are. That's not good. But anyway, this one might be problematic because I took a punt on these. I didn't even try them or inspect them before I ordered the parts for them. So I decided I'll not bother ordering parts, maybe I'll get away with brushes. I think I may have screwed up there. But anyway, moving on. Makita grinder, this is the entry level grinder, the DGA452. They don't sound too bad, but we will inspect that in due course. If you get the battery for this. Anyway, and we've got a multi-tool here. Something doesn't sound right there. So, like I say, I've ordered parts for 2 out of 3 of these items. And these are the parts that I did order. First of all, I had these brushes already. And I assumed I was getting away with that, but I don't think so. For this little multi-tool, I knew that these little multi-tools had this little DC motor in them. That's a little sealed DC motor that you can't change the brushes on. So, ordered that. And my experience of these is you seldom have to put a motor in these. What happens is they overheat and they melt the little brush housing. So you have to replace the brush housing and the brushes. And I ordered these 2 sets of tools on eBay, and the company, I got them off on eBay. It keeps cropping up when I order Makita tools or parts from Makita tools. One name keeps cropping up. It's Terrier Tools. So I reached out to them and says, how would you like if I give you a little plug in my live stream? I bought a couple of items off you there for it. And they says, well, why not? Like, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but it's nice to give people a shout out. How's Martin? I see Martin in the chat there. Good to hear from you. If you're interested in contacting Terrier Tools directly, you have, let's see if you can see that. I'll get it right up to the camera. It's Terrier Tools, Bridge Road, Wrexham, Industrial Estate, Wrexham. And there's a phone number there and an email address. See the email address? Yeah, there it is there. Anyway, so that's Terrier Tools. I promised the guy from Terrier Tools would give him a shout out because I've got a lot of their parts relatively low price. This was $19.25, this motor for the multi-tool. These 2 pieces here, $8.99. So effectively you can get your grinder back in the road for $8.99 and your multi-tool back in the road for less than £20. So that's good. Oh, I forgot to mention those little caps as well for this here, because when that overheats, the caps will not come off. So first of all, I think what I'm going to do is tear down the most difficult one, the one I may not be able to fix, is this one. So I'll show you what you do first when you're fixing these or attempting to fix these. Anybody else in the chat? Anybody say hello? No? 6 watching, that's good. Anyway, first thing you do with these old brushed machines here, and all these old Makita brushed machines are very similar in construction. This is supposed to be one of the heavier duty ones, and all the brushes are the same for them. Although we found out a couple of streams ago, all the brush holders are not the same. If you can see that, I don't know if I can get it right up there. There's still some life in the brushes, but What is he? You're not supposed to do this because there's nothing to support the bearing when you do this, but anyway. See, the brushes are not making contact. The brushes are stuck in the brush holder because we've got an overheating situation. So that's what's wrong there. So really, if I had a brush holder, I could probably get that going, but I'll not be able to free up that one, I don't think, to get them to slide. No, they're stuck. They're stuck fast. So I might have to abandon this one tonight and move on to the main event, which is, in my opinion, the grinder. I start stripping her down because I fixed a lot of those grinders relatively cheaply, and it might be something that anybody could do based on what I'm going to show them now. Anyway, here's the grinder. We'll see. Oh, tips to reviews. What makes it more heavy duty if they all have the same brushes? That's a good question. They all have the same brushes, but there's a motor out of a smaller one, and the motor in that DHP458 is slightly bigger, but I don't like that particular setup. I think it's a bad design. I just don't think it does well, to be quite honest, Brandon. So I'm going to start tearing this down. See, the little things fell off. I've actually got ahead of myself. I should have shown you something first. This here. You take these two lids off the side. This is your first real thing that you're supposed to do. Yep. Them two caps off the side. And there's caps under here. You're supposed to be able to screw them off. And if you can't screw them off easily, it means they're seized on. Let me get a better screw. Right. If you can't get these off easily, well, this could be an easier fixing, I think. This is interesting. No. See, the brush is stuck on. That brush is stuck on there, that's what's wrong. What's happened is it's overheated this. And when that happens, usually you can't get those caps off. That's not the case this time. But if you do get the cap off, the brush is stuck. So let's see the other side. Somebody's had to work hard at this one to try and get it to loosen the last time, so that should have been a warning sign. Famous last words. We all know in the live stream my Achilles heel is the word Makita. If anything's going to go wrong, it goes wrong with Makita for me. There's a brand new brush in that, so somebody's tried to fix this. So that was good of them to give it a go. But no, that's not right. So I'll continue on with what I was doing. Take the front off her. 4 screws in the front. These are the most basic grinder you will ever see. Probably the cheapest in Makita's so-called professional range. You pick these up relatively cheaply. If they cost anything worth anything to fix, they wouldn't be worth it. If this cost £50 to fix, it would not be worth it. But when you get the parts for $8.99, it's bound to be worth that. To call these in the professional range is a wee bit, it's a bit of a stretch, although it is in Makita's professional range. They're very, very basic grinder, and they overheat so easily. And when they overheat, what I've described happens. Yeah, there the heads off for now. Usually you can't just pull the motor out because you break the brushes usually. You can't just pull it all the way out. You can in brushless machines, but not in these old brush things. You just can't pull it. You can, but you shouldn't. Turn it off. Another wetness thing there. Still some people still there. That's good. So, any more questions or anything you want to know? It must be little magnetic torques, because these aren't torques, these are crossheads the whole way. Makita's the only company that uses crosshead screws in the professional tools. Most other companies, even more basic ones or lesser brands, would use T10s and T15s and things like that. So don't get to use my multi-electronic magnetic butts, which is depressing. Maybe just stuck. Yeah. Moving now. Oh, we've got a show. There's 7 watching now. Any comments or anybody want to check in? Does Hitachi use crossheads? That just shows you how many Hitachis I've worked at, Grant. I never thought of making that magnetic marking before the stream. But here you are. Here's your I didn't know that Hitachi used crossheads. But don't be working at them. They're not popular. Hitachi's not popular. They call them Hikoki now over here. We don't have the Tabo HPT that I see so much on your channels over there, but yeah, a little bit of dust and whatnot. So anyhow, time to get on with the show. As you can see, this is the part you need. I don't know if you can see the motor there. You might be able to see it properly. I pulled out, and then you'll see it then. Just pulled on out. The motor looks in reasonably good shape. That's why that thing was still going. The armature doesn't look, there's no burning in the windings or anything. Looks pretty good, you know. I've seen those 36 volt Tabo HPTs. They just look amazing. They look the job. They look a proper job. There's not much to fixing these. You see the way that's all messed up there? Don't know if you can see the melting in that. That's what happens. This housing melts. Brushes stick. Sometimes the caps stick on. Then you have a grinder. So this is nearly like a fail-safe that stops this overheating. I've never ever put a motor in one of them in my life. Never had to. But anyway, I just replace this. And this is what we do when we're stupid. We pull off a wire and put on the wire where the old one cut off. Red's off. Red's on. You get a pair of pliers with that. There. You have several of the HPT 36 volt brand. I don't know why we don't have them here. I just can't answer that question. I just can't understand why that never made it over here yet. We're still working with Hikoki, and Hikoki's not popular. And the only thing I've ever heard really rave reviews about that's really good is the Hikoki nailer. It's far superior to the DeWalt, to be quite honest with you. I'm seeing a lot of the DeWalts giving bother, especially the framing nailer. The framing nailer does not be, it's not wearing well. Yeah. It's not wearing well at all. Can you see well enough what I'm up to there? They should, but I don't know. These things, I don't know how much money spent in these things. I think they use a very, very low quality. And I don't know about the aftermarket things that I'm fitting, like, I don't know if they're I don't know if they're up to it, to be honest. But for what you would call what would you say? Fixing it for $8.99. Just probably about 10 or $12 for you guys. It's a no-brainer. But to call this a heavy-duty tool, I don't think anybody has. It just isn't. It's just a very basic sort of DIY homeowner grade thing, to be honest. But I like them. They're easy to fix. They're easy to service. They're a repair person's dream because they don't give any bother. They're very, very simple. You have a switch, you have the brush holder, and you have the motor. And you don't have anything very high tech to figure out. Yeah, DeWalt has that like spin and wind up system. Milwaukee has the gas system. The gas system works better. It's far stronger, far more powerful. So I'm gonna put the motor back in again. DeWalt's nailer is not up to it, to be honest. If it weren't in a live stream, I should probably clean out that field coil a little bit better, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it goes when we put it together again. I'll keep that motor out for now. I can put that in later. Put it together first. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Give that a wipe out. Yeah. Nice. Not that dusty. I've seen them worse. I've seen them lots worse. No, these are easy to fix. I could fix this in my sleep, I think. I shouldn't be saying that. I shouldn't be bragging till it's fixed. I definitely shouldn't be bragging. I'm worried about this multi-tool that I have to fix because I've never had one of them open yet. I was with them on them for so long, that's why I wanted to fix it live, because if I hadn't been fixing live, I'd have probably done a video on it. But I suspect I'll get more of them in due course. I will do a long form video on it sometime. I've done a couple of videos on these. Done shorts, done longs, done all sorts of videos on these. Talking about them, fixing them, taking them apart, putting them back together again. I should have a playlist. I don't know if I put together a playlist for just these alone. But anyway. Yeah. Nice. That brush is new. I don't know what the person was up to here, but no, that must have just melted in there. It's not moving. You can see the melting around there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Yep, before I put it together, what do we see? So we've got now. We've got the caps and we've got the brushes. Who's Talili Anime? Good man, good. Thanks for commenting there. Good to see you on the stream. Good to see a new name, as well as old favourites. Yeah. And something I'm going to do that, if I'm honest, I haven't been good at. It's just a general bit of maintenance here. And I think it's a good thing to do if you have one of these apart, the way I have it apart now. Yeah, get that. Is greasing the mechanism. When you have the head off it like that. There's a screw, I will need that. When you have the head off it like that, put a bit of grease on there. Anthony Anderson. Good man, you made it. Good to see you in the stream. It's Anthony. My buddy from Canada, Anthony. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, because it's not a common name over here in Ireland. But anyway, little bit of maintenance. Let's see if we can get this done. Little bit of maintenance in this this machine. Bit of grease on there. We'll keep it from running dry. Check it before you put it back together. No. You gotta believe, man. You gotta believe in yourself. Anyway. What do you see the dust when I put it back together? Well, if I done it right, see the dust. No, I used red grease. It's just some red grease I had. I'll tell you where that red grease came from. Anthony, it came from a Husqvarna hedge cutter that I had. It's for greasing the cogs underneath her. So I thought I just grease grinders with it, and some parts of the SDS that can handle the heavy grease, not the hammer mechanism, because I suppose you're supposed to use light stuff in it. But you know, sometimes I just use what I have. Sometimes it's just better than nothing, you know. What else we got in the chat? No, it's not the right kind of grease to brush your teeth with. You have red teeth. It's red grease. Not to be used for a bedroom lubricant either. Anybody has any sort of crafty ideas about that, don't be using it for that. It's not for that. You can think of something else for that job. Right. I'll get the yard tightened on it now, and then it should be good to go. I wish I had ordered a motor for that throw. So I could have probably done all three. We're how long now? 24 minutes, we're not too bad. That sounds pretty sweet to me. I don't know about you guys, but that's, I'm calling that a one. I'm calling that fix number one for Dr. Left Hand Threads Monday Makita Marathon Repair episode. So number two. Now you bear in mind, I have never had one of these open in my life. And I'm just guessing it's the motor, because I know it's a sealed motor in them, because I did have a lock before out of just general nosiness. So it's time to pull this to bits now too. This has got the famed Makita anti-vibration in the handle and the battery connector. I'll show you how it works when I get it pulled off. This machine's probably so small it probably wouldn't have wore out the battery connector anyway. Yeah, I know what you mean. It depends what part of the hammer, it depends what type. Anthony. A couple of weeks ago I was fixing a DeWalt hammer. I'd used a little piston. Used a little piston and a shaft and a rubber washer on it, or an O-ring. So, and apparently, I've actually seen it happen. If you use something a wee bit too thick, that piston can stick and stop the hammer working. So in that case, you need to use. I used ordinary EP2 because that's what I had. Anyway. Lovely. Right. Oh, there's a little small piece. Put that in there. That could get lost. I don't think I'm going to be as quick in this one because I'm in uncharted territory with this one. See, there's a bit of rubber there. That acts as an anti-vibration for the battery holder. It means that this part that took off now is independent from the body. So the vibration in the body doesn't shake the battery connector about and doesn't wear it, doesn't rattle it. Though I think it might be a bit overkill on this one because this isn't a very powerful machine. It's sort of it's a small little thing. Get those little rubber things off and away we go. Right, it's the speed selector there. The switch down to the battery connector, still very basic. All the stuff that I'm working on tonight is basic, to say the least. But, right, there's no more screws anywhere else. So must just pull out from the head. Who knows? I will soon. Oh, head fuckers there. Good to see you, head fucker. Love to see you in the chat. Love to see you in the comments. I've got a good crew of guys on tonight. I've got my buddy from Canada, Anthony. I've got my buddy from Louisiana, Brandon T, Hubs Tool Reviews. And I've got Martin Kelly from Park Village. which is 8 miles away. So, oh yeah, see what they've done here now. You have to take off that little housing, and then it's screwed this way. Whatever you say, Makita. This is not going to be just as easy as the other little one, but we're how many minutes in? 29 minutes in. We might still get finished within the hour. Dr. Left Hand Thread custom tool line. That'll be worth having. I need to get a bit of merch on the road shortly. Now, I want to my channel gets bigger before I do anything like that. Right, so that's pulled out. That's a weird setup. Yeah. See, it just pulled out and you can, I don't know if you can see that. I just want to see if you can get some light in the subject. It's just the two wires there and the little, just had to pull that out. That wasn't too difficult. Anyway, whatever, here we are. So, how's the motor fitted onto the general body? Yeah, just pulls off. That's cool. This might be easier than I thought. Famous last words. What's lagging, you say? The FPS is lagging. I don't know what causes that. Is it the broadband or what is it? Right. I don't know what's causing that. Yeah. So is the frames per second they're behind? I don't know what to do with that. The software. See, I'm very low tech. I'm using my phone. I'm using my smartphone to video this stream. Like I have all the rest of them. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going wrong. But anyway, something like that anyway. Hopefully it gets better. Oh, I'm very, very low tech. Yeah, right. I could not agree more. You'll never get a more low tech guy than me. But anyway, I'm doing my best. I'm doing what I can with the limited resources I have. Yeah. Cool. So, what way does that go? Goes like that. These screws go back in, I would imagine. That's a shame that the stream's lagging, and you guys have made the effort of giving me your time. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Anthony. I really am. You guys give me your time. I want to put on a proper show for you. I don't want to be... we don't need that motor anyway. We don't want to be giving you a bad show. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my internet's just a little bit weak or something tonight or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's the right way there. But I'm getting there with this Makita stuff. What up the rest of you guys? How's the stream for you? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your kind words, as always. There we are. Didn't need the hammer after all. Anyway, yeah. Low-tech stream, low-tech equipment, low-tech man, working at low-tech Makita. And this is low-tech Makita. This is the basic. This is not the creme de la creme. This is not your XGT range. This is not even brushless. This is all the basic stuff. But like this old stuff, it's easy work that. Like I say, I never had them open before. I think I'm going to fix that. Stream's okay there, Martin. Thanks for that. Sorry about that, Ethanel. First stream you made. I know it's difficult for you guys to make. There goes the screws. It's difficult for you guys to make the stream for the time difference, you know. I know it's maybe the middle of the day over you guys. You've other things to do with your life during the day, whereas YouTube can be more of an evening endeavour for a lot of people. But I really do appreciate you, even your name popping up in the stream. Low-tech shirt, oh no. Low-tech carpet, yes. Low-tech shirt, no. Low-tech life, yes. Low-tech shirt, no. I have got the Dr. Left Hand Thread t-shirt on tonight. I don't have a Makita or anything like that on. I have a Dr. Left Hand Thread shirt on tonight. So can I show it to you? Not a low-tech shirt. I have to refute that allegation. This is the highest tech limited edition shirt that money can't buy. There you are. I'm wearing the proper lucky shirt tonight. It's working out for me, other than the lag in the stream. It's maybe that you're, I don't know. I'm really disappointed it's lagging, you know, because I got in full fibre broadband before I started these streams, and it should be pretty good. This stuff is easy to fix, but it's not something that you want to say, I'm going to take this in the job site. This is going to last for 2 years hard work in the job site. Especially that little grinder and that little thing. They're cheap as anything. They're cheaply made up. They are they're an amateur engineer of me's dream, because they're so basic. They're so basic. There's literally nothing to them. There's nothing there to give you any difficulty. Famous last words. I haven't just to yet. I haven't tried it yet. I never even looked at the old motor to see what was wrong with it. But they're not serviceable anyway, because they're just a little sealed motor. Just a little sealed DC motor. Something I was very disappointed with the other day when I took it apart was the. You know, I'm going to read the. Now I'll tell you about that. Athanel was born low-tech. Athanel, that's why you like my stuff. That's why you like a low-tech guy like me. Because when you're brought up low-tech, you understand. You understand what it means to have to make do, to have to try and make something out of nothing. Try and make something out of nothing. My father's like that. In his heyday, he could fix cars with a spit and baling wire. Basically nothing. A roll of tape. There's a bit of pride, Anthony, in building something yourself. I wouldn't be construction gifted the way you guys are, but I'm good enough to do these wee bunkers fixes anyway, so I have my uses. This is going surprisingly well. Famous last words. Good man, Anthony. I'm really stoked to see you on the stream tonight. Really over the moon, because you've been a good supporter of my channel. You've been one of the people. And Brandon T's there too. He's been one of the people as well who have given words of encouragement. And to be quite honest, maybe I wouldn't have continued on with this YouTube journey that as far as I have. Only for guys like yourselves that have given me that encouragement and said, you know, yeah, what you're doing is worthwhile. It's not silly. You're not just being stupid, fixing up tools and showing people how to fix tools and doing mad fixes. It sort of means that I did keep going through the harder times, and I thought, you know, I haven't even 1,000 subscribers, or haven't even this, or haven't even that. So thank you. I think we're going to win here. Makita might lose tonight. If I get 2-0 against Makita, or 2-1 against Makita, even though I don't think I'm going to be able to fix that alarm without parts. I tried that before. You need some parts to fix these things sometimes. Yeah. A few more screws and we're good to go. What does it mean when you have extra screws? Does anybody know? It's always nice to have extra screws. I'm going to look at the chat again. Yeah. Eastern European guys are skilled. They are. Because I've been so impressed with them. Guys with no training, they can fix anything. And I sort of identify those guys a lot because I'm the same myself, but it's not common being like me in this part of the world. Most people just throw stuff away. There is an odd guy out there still doing it, but do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put on the 4 screws underneath this cover, but I can fix that. That's why I have screws left. It'd be nice to have the nice to have extra screws, but I don't have any. It's underneath this housing. Turns out I've just the right amount of screws, which is nice. So when I told you I had extra screws, I was wrong. Just the right amount of screws. I wish I'd use Torx in these things. The Torx are so handy. The ones I got recently are so handy. You have to be honest. You have to tell the truth about what you're up to and what sort of idiot you are. This is the sort of idiot I am. Anybody that watches my channel will know that, you know. And I've made it abundantly clear and make no illusion that I'm some sort of highly skilled technician. I'm just a guy that sort of messes about with these things and gets them to go. And I suppose the idea of my channel was, the idea of my channel is that anybody can do these fixes that I'm fixing. My philosophy is anybody can do what I'm doing here tonight by themselves. I know sometimes some of you guys that work hard in the construction site and you work long hours and you don't have much spare time. You can't be messing about with things like this. But some of the homeowner type guys, definitely, especially, we're going into times now that's uncertain and tough and financially challenging. I just think there's a need for what I'm doing. It's not a total waste of time. Will it go now? Yeah. Where's that stuck? That's going. It's just hard to turn. Yeah. It'd be better if it was stuck in 6 because there's not much power in that anyway. So that's the second one fixed. Thank you very much, Athanel. Thank you very much. I am some kind of a guy anyway. So that's 2 for 2. 2 for 2 in these. Well, I'll just do something completely mad and try and get this thing to go. What time have we got? 47 minutes. Bosch Grease $34 for 100 mils. No, I'm not buying Bosch Grease or DeWalt Grease for all that money. I'm sorry. I'll use something else. Ah, dear oh dear. I don't think we can fix this tonight, guys. Head fucker, what are you saying to me? Fixing stuff instead of chucking it. It's going to be highly valued skill in the future, no doubt. I think so. I hope so. No, that grease. To the little enemy. I mean, $15. It's still not worth it. I want to show you better what's wrong with this. I can actually show you in an old part that I have. Where's the old one I had? Yeah. It's a more pronounced thing that's happened to this, but it's the same thing. There's been an overheat in the motor. Look at that motor. And the fan's actually stuck to the back of this brush holder and stuck the brushes. And the bearing don't feel too good either. That bearing's not too bad. That's the one thing we can say about this. But guys, I don't think I can fix this tonight. I'm kind of disappointed. I was doing well. If I hadn't been so stupid and ordered a motor for that, I would have it fixed in about 15-20 minutes or less. But that's another problem for another day. Well, thanks very much, guys, for getting on the stream and watching. I got 2 out of 3 Makitas fixed tonight, and that's what I set out to do, because I realised before the stream that I'd messed up with this one. I hadn't parts ordered for it. I was just assuming brushes, but assumptions are not always good. But these two are going, so I'm happy about that. So unless you guys want to listen to an hour's acoustic set, me and the guitar, have nothing else for you tonight. So I'm going to end the stream there, and thanks all for watching. And check out my other videos and check out my other streams. Thank you very much.